People like to think they're in control, that every choice they make, every little decision is theirs, that they're the ones pulling the strings, making the moves, calling the shots. Oh, but control? Control is a funny thing. It's a little illusion, a nice bedtime story people tell themselves so they can sleep at night. Poke it out of time. Most people feel it even when they try not to. Oh, they might lie, they might cheat, they might hurt someone and tell themselves it was necessary, that it wasn't their fault, but still, somewhere deep inside, they hear it. That quiet little voice telling them they shouldn't have, that something was wrong, that they need to fix it. But some people don't hear that voice anymore. At first, it's just a flicker, a moment when they do something bad, and expect to feel the weight of it, but it's not there. No tightness in the chest, no twisting in the gut, no voice whispering, maybe you went too far. Just silence. And, at first, it's strange. Like walking into a familiar room and finding that something's missing. But soon enough, they get used to it. They like it. The freedom, the power. Because guilt is a leash, a little chain wrapped around the mind, yanking people back, keeping them in line. It keeps them from going too far, from stepping over certain lines. But if that leash is gone, if they've cut it off completely, then there are no lines anymore. No limits, no boundaries. And that's when things get real interesting. See, people think guilt is just about right and wrong. A little scale in the mind, weighing actions, measuring consequences. But no. Guilt is something more. It's what makes people human. It's what keeps them connected, tethered to something bigger than themselves. Because deep down, that weight, that voice, it isn't just about them. It's about the people around them, the pain they cause, the damage they do. Guilt is the proof that they still care. So what happens when it's gone? Well, that's the funny part. At first, nothing seems different. They go about their lives doing the things they always did. They lie, they manipulate, they push people around just like before. But something's missing now. There's no hesitation, no flicker of doubt before they sink the knife in. They don't second guess, don't wonder if maybe they're the problem. Because in their world, there is no problem. There's only them, what they want, what they deserve. And when they look at people, that's where you really see it. The way they watch someone break, someone cry, someone plead, and nothing shifts in their eyes. No flicker of sympathy, no hesitation, no regret. Because they don't feel it anymore. And the worst part? They don't want to, because guilt is weakness to them now, a burden they were lucky enough to shed. And once it's gone, they're free to hurt, free to destroy, free to take whatever they want without that little voice getting in the way. They don't look back, don't wonder if maybe they went too far, because in their mind there is no too far. There's just them. And whatever gets in their way, that's just another obstacle to crush underfoot. Some people break things by accident. A slip of the hand, a wrong step, a moment of carelessness. Oops, they say. Didn't mean to do that. They feel bad, try to fix it, maybe even apologize. But then there are the other ones. The ones who don't slip, don't stumble, don't accidentally do a thing. No. They break on purpose. And not just things, people. And they love it. See, at first, they pretend like they don't, like it's just part of the game, just how things have to be. A little push here, a little shove there, a few carefully placed words that dig under the skin and stay there. They make people doubt themselves, twist them up inside, pull the strings just to watch them dance. And if someone catches on, if someone says, hey, that was cruel, they just smile, maybe even laugh, because to them, cruelty isn't wrong. It's funny. And why? Why do they do it? Why do they enjoy it? Well, that's the part most people don't understand. See, it's not just about power. No. Power's a nice bonus, sure, but the real pleasure, that comes from the breaking itself. The moment when they watch the light fade from someone's eyes, when they see the spirit crack, the hope drain away. That's the good part. That's what they feed on. Because to them, people aren't people. They're toys, puppets, things to be played with and tossed aside when they stop being entertaining. And oh, they know exactly what they're doing. That's the real kicker. They're not confused, not misguided, not some tragic figures wandering through life without knowing why they are the way they are. No. They know. They see, they choose. They start small, a little manipulation, a tiny betrayal, just to see what happens. And when they realize, hey, that felt kind of nice, they do it again and again and again, because the more they do it, the easier it gets. And the easier it gets, the less they feel. And the less they feel, the more they enjoy it. It's a cycle. A little staircase leading straight down, and once they reach the bottom, oh, that's when the real fun begins. Because now, it's not just about hurting, it's about watching, studying, learning exactly what makes people tick so they can unmake them, piece by piece, moment by moment. They poke and prod, looking for the weaknesses, the soft spots, the places where people are most vulnerable. And once they find them, they dig their claws in deep and twist. And if you ever see them in action, if you ever really watch them, you'll notice something. A moment right before they strike, where their eyes light up just a little, where you can see the thrill. Because this isn't just some bad habit. This isn't just who they are. This is what they want to be. Because to them, the world isn't a place full of people with feelings and dreams and struggles. No. The world is a playground, and they're the ones who run it. You ever look into someone's eyes and realize there's nothing there? Not sadness, not anger, not even that little flicker of something human, just empty. It's not the kind of emptiness that comes from being tired or lost. No. This is something else. This is the kind of emptiness that doesn't want to be filled, the kind that just sits there, cold, hollow, watching. At first, they look just like everyone else. They smile, they laugh, they talk, they pretend. But if you look closely, really look, you'll see it, that flicker, that absence. Because normal people, they have this little spark, this little light behind their eyes, even when they're sad, even when they're broken. But these ones, that light went out a long time ago. See, there's something that happens when a person crosses a certain line, when they stop seeing others as real, when they stop feeling in the way they're supposed to. It's like a switch flips, like something inside them just shuts off, and once it's off, it doesn't come back on. Oh, they can fake it, they can smile when they need to, cry on command, play the part of a normal, caring person. But the eyes never lie. They weren't always like this. Once upon a time, they felt things. Maybe not the way everyone else did, but enough to keep them grounded, enough to keep them human. But at some point, something changed. Maybe they got tired of pretending. Maybe they realized emotions were just a nuisance, a little extra baggage they didn't need anymore, so they let it go. Or maybe it was taken from them, piece by piece, choice by choice, until there was nothing left but the mask. And that's the real trick, isn't it? The mask. Because, they wear it well. They know exactly how to tilt their head when they're listening, exactly when to nod, when to frown, when to say, "I'm so sorry," in just the right tone. They've studied emotions like an actor studies a script, memorized the expressions, the little gestures, the perfect pauses. They can mimic anything, everything, but they don't feel it. Not really, because at the end of the day, feelings are just tools to them, means to an end. They don't comfort people because they care. They do it because it gets them something. Trust, power, control. Every smile, every tear, every little display of emotion is calculated, measured, designed for effect. And when they don't need the act anymore, that's when you really see what's underneath. You'll notice it in the quiet moments, when they think no one's watching, when their face goes blank, when the warmth drains away, when the polite little smile disappears, and you see what's really there. Nothing. No guilt, no love, no attachment, just a void, a black hole where a person used to be. And if you ever try to call them out, if you ever dare to say, "Hey, something's not right here," they'll just laugh. Maybe tilt their head, give you that amused little smirk and say, "What do you mean?" Because they know. They know you see it. And they don't care. Because by the time you notice, it's already too late. You ever meet someone who just seems a little too charming? Not the kind of charm that makes you feel warm inside. Not the kind that feels real, natural. No. I'm talking about something else. Something just a little too smooth, a little too rehearsed, like a magician who's done the same trick 1,000 times and knows exactly where you'll look. They make you feel special. They know just what to say. The words drip like honey, perfectly placed, perfectly timed. They'll look you in the eyes, really look at you, like you're the only person in the world. And for a moment, just a moment, you believe it. You think, wow, this person really gets me. They see me. And that's exactly what they want. Because this isn't connection. This isn't real. This is control. See, normal people don't have to try so hard. Their kindness, their warmth, it's natural. But these ones study it. They practice. They learn the right phrases, the right gestures, the perfect way to touch your arm at just the right second to make you feel like you matter. But it's all a game. And you're just another piece on the board. At first it feels amazing. They make you feel alive. They hang on to every word you say, laugh at your jokes like you're the funniest person alive. They build you up, make you feel like you belong, like they chose you. And it works. It always works, because people want to believe. They want to believe they found someone who truly understands them, someone who sees their worth. And these ones, they know exactly how to play into that. But here's the thing, here's the trick. It's not about you. It was never about you. Because the moment they have you, the moment you trust them, everything changes. Not all at once. No, that would be too obvious, too messy. They're smarter than that. Instead, they start testing you. Maybe they say something a little cruel just to see how you react. Maybe they disappear for a bit, let you wonder where they went, let you worry, and when they come back, oh, they have a perfect excuse, a story, a reason, and you forgive them. Because how could someone so charming, so kind, so perfect ever do anything wrong? That's how they get you. That's how they own you. And once they know they have you, that's when the real fun begins. The compliments start to shift. The warmth gets a little colder. Suddenly the person who made you feel so special is making you doubt yourself, question your worth. One day they're lifting you up, making you feel invincible. The next, they're looking at you with just a hint of disappointment, just enough to make you scramble to get back in their good graces. And the scariest part, you won't even realize it's happening. Because by the time you start to see it, by the time you start to feel the strings wrapped around you, pulling you this way and that, you're already too deep. You're already questioning yourself. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I did something wrong. And oh, they love that. They love watching you twist yourself into knots, love watching you try harder, give more, just to get back that warmth, that affection, that feeling they gave you in the beginning. But that feeling, that was never real. It was bait, and you took it. Just like everyone else before you, just like everyone else after you, because to them, people aren't people. They're toys. And once a toy stops being fun, well, they always find a new one. You ever notice how some people never really lose? Oh, sure, they might pretend, might sigh, shake their head, maybe even let out a sad little, oh well. But deep down, you know, they don't feel it. They don't care. Because in their mind, they never really lose. No. They just adjust, shift the pieces around, move the goalposts, rewrite the story so that no matter what happens, they always come out on top. See, most people feel regret. They mess up. They think, wow, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe they even try to fix things, make amends, do a little soul touching. But these ones, oh, they don't do regret. Regret is for people who think they made a mistake. And these ones, they don't make mistakes. Not in their world, because in their world everything is justified. Every lie, every betrayal, every little knife in the back, it all makes sense. If they hurt you, well, you made them do it. If they break something, it was already broken. If they leave a trail of ruined people behind them, well, maybe those people were just too weak. That's how they see it. That's how they live. And here's the real kicker. They don't just avoid consequences. No. They make other people pay for them. Oh, they're experts at that. See, most people take responsibility for their actions, even if they don't want to. But these ones, no. They make sure someone else takes the fall, always. And the best part, the person taking the blame, they'll thank them for it. They've got a whole system worked out. First, they build you up, make you feel like you're important, like you matter. They tell you things no one else does, make you feel chosen, And when things start going wrong, when the cracks start to show, that's when they turn to you with those sad, tired eyes and say, I don't know what I'd do without you. And just like that, you want to help. You want to fix things. You want to carry their burden because, well, they're just so overwhelmed, aren't they? And that's the trap. That's how they get you. Because now you're not just helping, you're covering for them. cleaning up their messes, taking their blame, making excuses for them. And the best part? You'll think it was your idea. That's the real magic trick. Because when the dust settles, when people start pointing fingers, guess who's standing there holding the smoking gun? Not them. Never them. And if you ever try to leave, if you ever say, hey, this isn't fair, oh, they've got a little trick for that too. They'll remind you of everything they've done for you, every little thing. Remember how I was there for you when no one else was? Remember how much I cared? They'll make you feel like leaving isn't just selfish, it's betrayal. And suddenly you're not just walking away from them. No. You're the bad guy. And that's how they win every time. Because it's never their fault. It's never their loss. If they lose a job, the boss was jealous. If they lose a friend, that friend was fake. If they lose a relationship, you ruined it. They rewrite the story, bend the truth, twist reality itself until it fits. And when all is said and done, when they've finally taken everything they can from you, they'll walk away without a scratch, without a second thought. And you'll be standing there picking up the pieces, wondering how it all happened, wondering why you feel like you lost, when somehow, they still look like they won. You ever look into someone's eyes and feel like there's nothing there? Oh, they smile, they laugh, they say all the right things. But when you really look, when you look past the surface, past the act, you realize it's all just hollow, like staring into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything back. And the strangest part, you don't notice it at first. No. It sneaks up on you because they wear a face, a perfect little mask, stitched together from every expression they've ever copied, every emotion they've ever faked. They know how to act like they care. They know how to pretend they feel. But deep down, there's nothing, just a black hole sucking in everything around them. And here's where it gets really fun. They don't just lack emotions, they steal them. They watch people, study them, learn exactly how to mimic what they don't have. You're sad? Oh, they'll furrow their brows, tilt their head just right, whisper the perfect little, I'm here for you. But it's not real. It's never real. It's a script, a performance. And you're the audience. You just don't know it yet. At first, it's intoxicating. They make you feel like you found someone who understands you, someone who sees you. They say all the right things, know exactly how to respond. And that's because they're mirroring you, reflecting your own emotions back at you like a human-shaped funhouse mirror. You get happy, they get happy. You get sad, they look concerned, but none of it is real. It's just an echo of you. And that's the trick, isn't it? That's how they pull you in, because people want to feel understood. They want to feel seen. And these ones, they give you that feeling. They make you feel like you've finally met someone who gets you. But all they're doing is studying you, figuring out what makes you tick, figuring out what makes you trust them. And the moment they have that trust, the moment they know you've let your guard down, that's when the mask starts to slip. Not all at once. No, that would be too easy, too obvious. They let little things slip through the cracks, little glimpses of what's really underneath. Maybe they laugh at something they shouldn't. Maybe they get just a little too calm when something awful happens. Maybe, just maybe, they let a flicker of contempt flash across their face when they think you're not looking. And if you call them out, oh, they have a perfect little excuse ready to go. Oh, you're overthinking things. You're being too sensitive. You're imagining things. And you believe them. Because how could someone who seemed so perfect, so understanding, be lying? How could it all be an act? But then you start to notice the patterns. You start to see how their kindness is calculated, how their concern is scripted, how their love, if you could even call it that, is nothing more than a tool, a leash, a way to keep you hooked. Because they don't love like normal people. They don't care like normal people. They consume, they drain, they feed, and when they've taken everything they can from you, when there's nothing left to gain, they don't cry, they don't grieve, they don't feel guilt. They just move on, like nothing happened, like you never even mattered, because to them, you didn't. You were just another source of energy, another reflection to borrow, another character in the story they're writing, the one where they're always the main event. And the worst part, the part that makes your stomach turn, they'll do it again and again and again, because they don't stop. They don't change. They just find new people, new faces, new mirrors to reflect themselves in. And when they look back at the trail of destruction they've left behind, the broken hearts, the shattered trust, the people standing there wondering what the hell just happened, they don't feel anything. Because at the end of the day, when you strip away the mask, when you peel back the layers, when you finally see what's underneath, there's nothing there at all.